Welcome. Today, we will focus on the most complete cloud service model, software as a service, or SaaS. In this model, you are essentially renting a fully developed application, allowing you to focus on using the software rather than managing the technology behind it. Let's explore how this works. To define SaaS, we look at how software is consumed. SaaS is a cloud-based software delivery model where you access applications over the internet, typically through a web browser, rather than installing them on your local machine. Instead of buying a perpetual license and managing installation disks or downloads, you subscribe to the software. The critical distinction here is that the cloud provider manages the entire underlying infrastructure, including security, maintenance, and updates, so you are always on the latest version without any effort on your part. This flowchart visualizes the SaaS access model. On the left, the user connects via a simple internet browser. The connection flows to the SaaS provider in the cloud. Notice that the provider encapsulates both the hosted application and the managed infrastructure. The user does not interact with the infrastructure directly, they simply consume the application service. This abstraction allows you to access the software from anywhere without managing the backend. A defining technical characteristic of SaaS is multi-tenant architecture. This means a single instance of the software application serves multiple customers or tenants simultaneously. This approach optimizes resources and reduces costs because the infrastructure and maintenance expenses are distributed across many customers. However, despite sharing physical resources, the provider ensures logical isolation. Your data and identity information are kept distinct and secure from other tenants, ensuring that, while you share the engine, you don't share the data. This diagram illustrates multi-tenancy. At the bottom, we have the shared hardware block, representing the provider's physical infrastructure. Growing out of that single base, we see distinct blocks for Tenant A, Tenant B, and Tenant C. While they all rest on the same foundation, their data blocks are separate colors, representing logical isolation. This visualizes how SaaS achieves efficiency through sharing while maintaining privacy through isolation. In the SaaS model, the provider takes on the maximum level of responsibility. They manage the entire stack. This includes the physical data center, the physical network, the host servers, the hypervisor, the operating system, and the application runtime. You do not need to patch the OS or configure network firewalls. Your focus shifts entirely to configuring the software to meet your business needs and managing your users, rather than keeping the lights on in a server room. This stack diagram shows the division of labor. The large blue block represents the provider's scope. It is massive, covering everything from networking up to the application code. Sitting on top is the small yellow user scope, limited to configuration and data. This visualizes the core value proposition of SaaS. The provider handles the heavy lifting of the technology stack, leaving you to focus only on the very top layer. While the provider manages the stack, security remains a shared responsibility. In a SaaS model, you are always responsible for your data and information. The provider secures the platform, but you define who has access to it. You are responsible for managing identities, creating user accounts, and enforcing policies like multi-factor authentication. Additionally, you must secure the endpoints, the mobile devices, and laptops that connect to the application, ensuring they are compliant and free of malware. This mind map branches the security responsibilities. On the left, provider owns includes physical security and network defense, things you cannot touch. On the right, customer owns branches into user access, data governance, and device security. This clearly maps out that, while the provider protects the house, you are responsible for the keys, user access, and the valuables, data, inside. SaaS offers significant financial and operational agility. Financially, it operates on an operational expenditure, or OpEx model. This allows you to pay only for what you use, often via a monthly or annual subscription, eliminating the need for high upfront capital costs for hardware. Operationally, SaaS is highly scalable. You can adjust your subscription level as your needs evolve. Furthermore, SaaS supports a mobile workforce by providing access to applications and data from any internet-connected computer or mobile device, ensuring productivity regardless of location. This flow shows the economic logic of SaaS. Starting from a business need, choosing SaaS leads to no upfront cost and instant access. The cost path flows to a monthly subscription that allows you to scale costs with usage. The access path leads to global mobility, visualizing how SaaS converts rigid capital expenses into flexible, accessible operational expenses. SaaS is the standard for many modern business functions. Common use cases include business management tools like customer relationship management, CRM, systems, and enterprise resource planning, ERP software. It is also the backbone of communication, exemplified by email services like Microsoft 365 and collaboration tools. The primary advantage in these use cases is rapid deployment. You can start using a complex CRM system immediately after subscribing, significantly reducing the IT workload required to maintain such systems. This chart categorizes common SaaS workloads. The largest slice represents communication, such as email and collaboration tools like Microsoft 365. Business ops, including CRM and ERP, makes up another major portion. This visualizes that SaaS is primarily used for commodity software, where the organization benefits more from using the tool than from building and maintaining it. To summarize, software as a service is defined by hosted software accessed over the internet. It offers the benefit of shifting infrastructure management to the provider while offering you a flexible, pay-as-you-go financial model. However, remember that you always retain the critical responsibility for securing your data and managing your user identities. By leveraging SaaS, you trade technical control for operational speed and efficiency. We conclude with a timeline summary. The model phase highlights the cloud-hosted nature. The finance phase emphasizes the shift to OpEx and subscriptions. Finally, the security phase reinforces the shared responsibility model. The provider secures the infrastructure while you secure the data.